Hello, Internet. It's been a while since I've filmed one of these. Weekly vlogs, that is. I think 11 months roughly have passed since the last weekly vlog, so a little over a week has passed since, so I'm not quite reaching the goal of a week, of a vlog every week. Almost, not quite. I've been trying to film a video for a good portion of the evening, but I've not really gotten anywhere. Yeah, I should probably start writing scripts, but when I originally set out to do the weekly vlog series, the goal was to do a slice of life. I'm just gonna sit down sometime in the week and film, myself talking for 10 minutes about anything, and that'll be it. But if I want it to be more polished and thought out, and watchable, editing and writing and other, attention to detail would probably do me some good. But the video I've been trying to film, or the video that I want to make, is about whether I should go to law school. Now, on this channel, I think I've said that I wanted to do many a different career, so you can't read too much into this video any more than any of the others, because I think I've said I wanted to be a zoologist, a psychologist, or an anthropologist, archaeologist, psychiatrist, or some other kind of doctor. What else? Did I say therapist? Journalist, writer, philosophy professor, or some other kind of teacher. So I've had a lot of ideas about possible careers, and not that I am unique in that experience. Most or quite a few young people, I think the majority actually. I think the minority is the people who know from the age of 6 that they want to be a doctor or lawyer or pharmacist or an attorney, I already said lawyer, or an accountant, or what have you. I think most people kind of think about different routes or even change careers in their lifetime. And I don't think, actually, to be honest, I don't think I want to do the same thing for the entirety of my life. Or I think I want to do different things. But the reason I've thought about law school is I'm wondering if it's, a good way to live out my principles. The law and morality are not the same thing, and I think that's what most people believe, and that's what I believe. Just because something's legal doesn't mean it's moral, in other words. But the law by its nature is normative. It tells you what you should do, what you should not do, or how you ought to do something. And so the right person, with a law degree, could really fight for the little guy and really attempt to exercise, what matters most to them, and, benefit people in a real material way. I was reading an article on Thomas Jefferson a couple days ago, and the author was arguing that Jefferson's revolutionary career came out of the beliefs he acquired through his study of the law. Which is interesting, right? Because often we associate lawyers with like conservatism, and lawyers with a desire to stick to the status quo and work within the framework of this or that legal system, and to not think outside that legal system. Whether Jefferson lived that out in practice, that's a subject for another video, but I think it interests me because, I think my interests are, more theoretical and abstract, and I think I often think about things that most people don't concern themselves with. I think life, every day, circumstance is pretty uninteresting to me. And I'm, much more interested in other things, higher level things. But at the same time, right, I can become too engrossed in my own thoughts. I can become too prone to think about the world in terms of thought experiments and abstractions, and in that way, I am divorcing myself from the world and distancing myself from the world. And, law is not really, it's firmly rooted in the world. I mean, it's a specialty, so it has its own, lingo and its own quirks and idiosyncrasies and whatnot, but it is firmly rooted in, the everyday real world problems that people face, whether it's in, dealings with businesses or property or civil rights, or taxes or what have you. For that reason, it makes me wonder if the law is a way to finesse sort of like the grand, the big questions that I, can't stop asking, with a commonsensical mindset. Would I be able to, fight for what I think is right, while at the same time, earn a living and not just get stuck in my own imagination. In other words, becoming a lawyer would be my way of saying to the world that I am willing to be pro-social, and I'm willing to channel my desire for grand things like freedom and justice and equality and so on into a respected profession. I don't know. I'm always like, you know, I'm often trying to think about like, you know, the difference between theory and practice in philosophy. You know, it's that old Einstein quote. In theory and practice are the same. In practice, they're different. And so, like, I've been thinking a lot these days about like whether my studies, like how, you know, much my studies in philosophy impact my beliefs, my actions, my life choices, and is there a way to like harmonize those two things? You know, my the theoretical bedrock on which my worldview lies, and my everyday concerns and choices. And I just worry that like philosophy is just so like separated from everyday concerns that it like prevents me from fully thriving in the way that I want to. So this question, I guess, goes beyond like, should I be a lawyer? And it kind of touches on, would any of the careers I've mentioned in the past, or careers I haven't mentioned, would they allow me to have that perspective and allow me to be more of a functioning member of society than simply you know, sitting in your room thinking about ultimate truths would allow. You know, because I'm not one of those people, of course. It would be weird if I was. I'm not one of those people who thinks philosophy is useless and wants to undermine philosophy. But I am also aware of the pitfalls and the limits of philosophy. And I am looking for a way to, you know, remain an amateur philosopher, remain, you know, committed to the philosophical life, as I said earlier, while still, like, you know, giving myself the permission to lead a normal life and experience the, you know, all the things that other people experience, and be, you know, relatively successful and happy. You know, I'm very privileged to be able to study philosophy. I mean, I don't come from a rich family. In fact, my immediate family is not that wealthy at all. Some of my relatives did pretty well for themselves, and have been able to help me out, help me go to university debt-free, at least so far. You know, I have a year left. And they've allowed me to have an iPhone and a laptop and, you know, these, all these nice, all these nice material goods you don't need, but, you know, make your life so much easier and you know, open up so many possibilities. So I acknowledge that these problems that I'm discussing are higher level problems that I am lucky to have. But they are still issues that must be addressed eventually, or hopefully. On that note, this video's kind of been all over the place and it wasn't quite the video I wanted to make, but it's a video I'm satisfied with putting out there. It's what I would, I guess, needed to say in this moment in time, which again is the whole point of this slice of life type of deal. But okay, thank you for watching, and take care.